Welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Sean Anderson for Ponca City Public Schools. And on this edition of Coach's Corner, we have the head coach of the 2-0 Ponca City Wildcat wrestling team, Coach Jared Wynn, is with us. And Coach Wynn, starting off a fantastic start for the wrestling season. You got to be happy with that.
Yes, I'm pleased with our last two duels, winning 2-0 against Blackwell and Enid, both competitive teams, and start to a good season.
Yeah. Now, big Perry tournament happened over the weekend, and there were some incredible individual performances. Now, just so you know, if you're a fan of wrestling, you're probably well aware, the Perry tournament, it's a big tournament. It's a very tough tournament. How did the Wildcats fare?
We did pretty well. Maybe not as good as we have in years past, but we went out in every match and battle. Perry changed some things up on us this year on how they ran the tournament, and actually added some teams from Texas this year, which made the competition even tougher. But our guys went out and battled every time they stepped on the mat.
Individual standout performances?
Spencer Shickram, senior, wrestled 138. He won the Perry tournament again. He also won it last year as well, so 2 years in a row, which is very awesome. Then Abram Archiga, another senior, got fifth, which I believe he got fifth last year as well.
Wow.
So kind of same place as the year before, which is always good. Always want to improve, but definitely don't want to go down. So doing the same as we did last year. Nobody else quite placed, but they battled. They fought against some tough opponents and tough competition.
Very nice. Well, 2 duels on the schedule for this week. Now, we're taping this edition of Coach's Corner on Monday, December 10th. So, as you're watching this later in the week, the Edmond Memorial Duel on Tuesday, the 11th, has already happened. But Coach, Sand Springs is coming up on Thursday. Now, both of these duels are away. So, traveling to Edmond Memorial and Sand Springs, your team's ready. When you prep them for different matches, do they know what to expect? Do they know who they will probably be wrestling?
A lot of times, if they've been around wrestling, for sophomore, junior, seniors, they probably have a good idea of who's at their weight or who's around their weight. Of course, freshmen may not, because it changes all the time. But like I said, it does change all the time. So even if you think you might know, when we get to the duel and weigh in, this guy may have weighed in a lower weight or a higher weight.
Right.
Even for our guys, our lineup against Enid wasn't the same as it was against Blackwell.
Yeah.
Things change and kids go different weights and fluctuate and move. But they usually have a good idea of who they might have if they've been around. We actually seen both teams at the Perry tournament. So they should have been paying attention and seeing who's in their weight class and who they're going to wrestle.
Right.
We did see some of those matchups already. They wrestled those kids, so we kind of should have a good idea of what to expect against Edmond Memorial and Sand Springs.
Very nice. Well, every coach with Ponca City High School Athletics, every week they get an eligibility report. And this report, got to ask Coach Wynn here, how are your athletes in the classroom?
For the most part, doing well.
Good.
There's always some that maybe struggle a little bit. But we stress grades are important. Grades come first. You're a student athlete. Well, we say you're a student first and athlete. If you don't do it right in the classroom, then sometimes you may not get a chance to do it right on the mat. So we got to make sure we're keeping our grades up and doing the right thing in the classroom so we can compete.
Very nice. Well, a couple of big senior performances in the Perry tournament. Let's talk about some of the underclassmen that are working their way up. Can you give us some kudos or some kids that you see working really hard? Maybe they're not even out there wrestling for varsity. Maybe they're just working hard in the gym and practicing and just doing the best they can. Who would you say is coming up?
I'll start off with Landon Newland. He's a freshman. He's our only freshman starter.
Wow.
So everyone else is 10th through 12th grade, and he's the only freshman who stepped up from junior high and is going right into our varsity lineup. And he's battling. He didn't have the best of tournament this weekend, but it kind of was an eye opener of, hey, you're in high school now. You better be ready to go.
Right.
Then I'd say our 106 pounder Joel Crossland. He's a sophomore, but he's been in our lineup since Blackwell, and he's battling every match, getting better every time. Kobe Wilson, he's a sophomore as well, and great kid. He's always right there. He does whatever you say. As soon as you say it, always goes hard in practice.
Yeah.
He's not quite a varsity wrestler, but I bring him along to all of our events. I mean, he was in Blackwell Duel. He was in waiting for us for the Enid Duel. I took him to Perry with us. Just because he's that guy that's always there, going to battle and fight till the end and not give up. So keep bringing him along, hoping he's going to keep getting better and better.
So it seems that Ponca City has always had a really good youth wrestling program. Is that do you credit that with having a ninth grader on the varsity squad as a freshman on the varsity squad? It's kind of unusual, but is it the youth program here that really develops these kids growing up?
Yes, definitely. The youth program, the youth coaches, they do an excellent job getting those kids prepped and ready for junior high. Then our junior high coaches, they tweak them a little more and get them a little bit better and get them ready for high school when they come up to me. And so they do an awesome job. I mean, they put a lot of time in. That's people that are doing it on their own time. They're not. That's their second job basically. They have their own full-time job, and then after that, they love wrestling so much that they go up and they help coach them boys and get them ready and teach them everything they need to know. So when they get to me, they're successful. And I think that's really helped. And Newlands was a kid who's been wrestling a long time. So he's definitely had some experience and been around for a while.
They start young, don't they?
Yes, very young.
They do. Well, 2 duels this week. Of course, we mentioned Edmond Memorial and Sand Springs, and then the winter break will happen. And during that break, the Pohai wrestlers are going to have a very exciting trip, December 21st and 22nd, Kansas City tournament. Tell us about this tournament.
Yes, we go up to Kansas City. It's called Kansas City Stampede. It's been going on for quite a while. Ponca City was actually one of the first teams when they first started. They were in the tournament. So we've been in that tournament since the beginning.
Oh, wow.
And now it's grown to 40 teams. I believe it's 5 different states that go there, or teams from 5 different states.
Wow.
It's 2 days of just battling. It's a great tournament. It's a very tough tournament, but it's pool play on the first day on Friday. So even if you lose all your matches, which may not be very fun, you can't get beat out the first day. Whereas a lot of other tournaments, you can go 0-2 and be done. But here, you're at least going to get 5 matches. You're going to get 3 or 4 on Friday, then around 2, at least 2 on Saturday. So it's just a great tournament overall. Very tough, very competitive, but gives you a different look from different states and how we fare against them. So
outside of the wrestling part of it, talk about the team bonding and camaraderie that a trip like that provides opportunities for everyone to get to travel together. It's a different environment.
It is. We take 2 Suburbans. Not quite a big bus, so a little more comfortable, I'll say, for a long trip.
Right.
But just in there, we're just the whole time talking the whole way, just getting to know each other better. You always have seniors who graduate, and like I said, freshmen come in, or kids who've never started are now on the varsity team, and so they're just they're bonding and getting to know each other, and it's kind of a brotherhood. You're in your room fighting and battling, and you go out there and it's the same thing. You're fighting and battling, so those are your brothers. But it's a great time. We go there, and it's a lot of bonding time. While we're sitting in the stands for 2 long days, and then our traveling to Kansas City and back.
Any fun activities planned, or just meals out and stuff like that?
Friday and Saturday is long days. We don't have a whole lot of time to do other things. We actually go down the day before. So I am planning something for them. Maybe do something. Last year we went and did a laser tag.
Cool.
So I think the boys would enjoy that again, or I might try to find something else.
Sure.
But something's in the works. We're going to do something for them Thursday when we get down there. So have a little fun before we have to battle.
Battle and then get back for Christmas.
That's right.
A couple of days later, right?
Yeah.
Right. Head coach Jared Wynn, the head coach of the Ponca City Wildcat wrestling team. Coach, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks, Sean. Appreciate it.
That is going to do it for Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Sean Anderson, for Ponca City Public Schools. Thank you for watching. Until next time.